I've studied thousands of professional boxers. I've taught over 10,000 people how to box in person. As well, I had 106 fights in my career, fighting over 50 champions from around the world. And I've noticed there's 4 things that every world-class fighter does that coaches don't teach. This is Roy Jones Jr. He's a 14 times world champion. Now, can you notice what he's doing here? This is during round 10 when he fought Bernard Hopkins. He's another. Floyd Mayweather during a 10-round world title fight. Just look at his face and how fresh he looks. How about Canelo Alverez here during a world title fight? Just look at these 3 boxing legends. They don't look tired one bit. And why is that? And you might be thinking, well, Tony, it's obvious because these are very fit and well conditioned. And yes, conditioning is a huge part of it, but there's something else that these guys doing that you can do too. And I never really thought about this until I start coaching boxing. This is how you might look during a session of sparring. So these champions are experts at knowing how and when to breathe. And here's how you can practice it the next time you're in the gym. Often when we're in a gym and on a heavy bag and someone's next to us, we start getting a little bit tight. Our brains start overthinking. We start punching the bags and holding our breath, trying to get too much power in our punches. But what the champions are doing, they are really focusing on recovering when it's time to recover, holding the breath when it's time to hold the breath, which is very rare when a champion does that, but also exhaling with every single punch. Now, when you're out of range, whether you're on the bag, in the mitts, or in sparring, you can put your hands behind your back. You can pick your butt if you want to. You can be totally relaxed. But when someone's in front of us, our brains start overthinking, overanalyzing, and we get tired. Where these guys are super relaxed throughout the full fight. And because of their experience doing this, the repetition, what they've got to do, focusing on breathing, the next one is huge. Moving on to number 2, even though Floyd's won all of them titles and was known as pound for pound best fighter in the world, look what he's doing here. Then look at Canelo Alverez here, considered the best fighter in the world right now. Look what he's doing in his training session. Can you see? Can you tell? And even after the success, he's still doing this sort of training. And what Floyd and Canelo are doing there is working on one punch at a time, perfecting that punch. Even if you look at Mike Tyson here, he's working on the same combination over and over and over again. And Mike Tyson said this when he was talking about how good he is.
Continue to do it. Repetition until I do it right.
Mike Tyson understood that to get better at anything, you've got to do it. You've got to consistently do it. And it's not practice makes perfect. It's perfect practice makes perfect. Like you see Floyd and Canelo doing, they've thrown that perfect jab over and over again. And this is me, age 15, working at perfecting the hook to the body. Forgive the Nokia 3210 that it was recorded on, but you can see what I'm talking about. I was just blasting in that lead hook to the body over and over again. I would spend so much time throwing this punch. What ended up happening is I start KOing everybody in sparring, in my fights, throwing this lead hook to the body. And this is why Mayweather is known as having one of the best jabs of all time in boxing. He never stopped working on it, even when it was perfect.
I make mistakes, but I strive every day to be a perfectionist. And we all know God only made one thing perfect, and that's my boxing record.
And doing this in training, it's not just about hitting the bag at the end of the round over and over again. It's about doing it perfect. And now I've created a system to help you punch perfect. I call it the ideal punching method, where you've got to identify your mistakes before you can start perfecting them. And I've created a bunch of videos on this and given you some workouts that you can do for totally free. You can scan here or go to TonyJeffries.com and I'll send you it. And if you follow along with this system, I guarantee you 100% that you will perfect your punches. Scan here. The next thing I see so many modern day fighters doing, not so much the old school, is this right here. See if you can spot it. This is Bivol, who beat Canelo Alverez. Can you notice what he's doing here?
As a weapon, Bivol is throwing combinations. He's landing. He's having more success landing punches than really.
Also, Tyson Fury is a master of this. He's doing something similar right here.
Fury is coming out more aggressive here.
Did you spot it? Here, I will do it. See if you can see. What they did and what I'm doing right now is always moving. Little twitches with my hands, with my feet, keeping their opponents thinking at all times. And it's not just feints, it's constantly moving, getting into your opponent's head. And you can do this. The next time you're on the bag, think about moving before and after every single punch. And the next one is what made all of these champions on the screen right now have so much success. We have Prince Naseem, Amir Khan, Anthony Joshua, Manny Pacquiao, and many more. In fact, after studying all of these fighters, I've only ever seen one world champion who's not amazing at this. So what do you notice about these champions? What's Manny Pacquiao's best asset? Well, he's great at punching, movement in and out, but it's not his hand speed, which by the way is definitely one of his best assets. What's the best thing about Mike Tyson? It's not his punching power, which by the way is huge. What's the best thing about Nazim Hamed? Well, I love how cocky he is in his mind games, but it's not that. It's not his punching power, which is a great asset. All three of these fighters and all of the other world champions that I studied all had unbelievable hand, eye and foot coordination. Now if you think, well, Mike Tyson knocked everyone out, so what was his punching power? Well, if you think he had slow feet, you can punch as hard as Mike Tyson, but if you can't get your feet in the range to land them punches, it's a waste of time. Now Manny Pacquiao has very fast hands.
There's a look at Pacquiao, battle to the end of the 8th round.
But he uses the momentum of the footwork to really be able to punch and move at the same time to improve that hand speed. And they're all moving and punching at the same time. And the way you get good at this is by doing specific footwork drills. I love doing agility ladder drills, but all gyms haven't got agility ladders. And I created this video right here giving you some hand, eye and foot coordination drills that you don't need any equipment for. So click here and get these 5 drills.